Okay, so today I have received intelligence from my men today telling me that the Devils and the Qvengers have taken over one territory each. So basically, they have taken over a city each. Well, an island, basically. So, 4 days ago, two of the leaders of their armies, of course Russell and Benjamin Bowler, had met each other in Al Mazrah, where the Qvengers have already taken over. So they met up in Al Mazrah, and then they headed over to Ben's office to discuss the plan on what they are going to be doing in this war. So basically they know what my territories are, and they know that our army is winning. And somehow they're going to try and backfire us and make some more expansions. Because, as we know, that the Devils have taken over Ashika Island and Santo Alezo, and for Ben, he has taken over Verdansk, Urzikstan, and Al Mazrah, and Vondel as well, and any other places that he has taken over. So the Devils and the Qvengers have made more expansions by taking over an island for themselves. So one each. Yes, so Ben and Russell made their plan, and they were talking about some point next year they are going to be taking over a big city together. But we're not sure where it is exactly, and we don't know what it is, though. Thankfully, they've not tried to take over Liberty City, San Andreas, and Woohoo Island, though, or even try and take over this entire country that we're in. Well, this is, of course, the UK, so they've not taken over the UK, but the one place the Qvengers have taken over, obviously, have taken over Rio. So, let's talk about those two islands that the Devils and the Qvengers have taken over each. So, the Devils, Russell's army, have taken over Stillwater. So every property in Stilwater that the Saints had has been taken over. But they even have more properties as well. So not just like the prison, the penthouses and everything. And the Saints in Stillwater have been taken out by the Devils. Some of them survived. They've become prisoners to the Devils. So Russell's army, well, soldiers, have put the Saints in the prison cell. So everything around in Stillwater, including that big tower that the Altor had, has been taken over by the Devils. And Russell has another office in the Altor Tower. And as for Altor, they work for the Devils now, because the Devils and the Altor have discussed an alliance. Even though the Altor are kind of the police as well and the law, but not anymore to the Devils. Even though the police have been trying to kill the Devils, but they have failed. Yeah, so Stillwater has been taken over by the Devils. And now, moving on to the next island, Steelport. So the Qvengers have taken over Steelport. And the same thing with the Saints have all been taken out. And they've even transferred the survivors to Stillwater Prison as well. But not all of them though. Some of them stay in Steelport in prison cells. Even that military base in Steelport as well, which of course is there. So every property, like penthouses, have been taken over by the Qvengers, and including the airport. Oh yeah, and speaking of the airports, the Devils have taken over the airport and using it as their army base. So where they can fly their planes. Yeah, just like how my army have taken over the airports in San Andreas, Liberty City as well, and even Woohoo Island. But we built the airfield in Woohoo Island, though. Because originally there was no airfield in Woohoo Island, so we built it just like Cayo Perico as well. Kind of like that, though. But Cayo Perico's already been destroyed. But we was thinking about rebuilding it, though. We was thinking about that, so our ally El Rubio can head back home into Cayo Perico, and my men can, like, protect him there. Yeah, so airports in Steelport and Stilwater have been taken over. And even more properties, even the Syndicate Tower has been taken over by the Qvengers. So, since Steelport has been taken over by the Qvengers are making their expansion to try and be a bigger army like my army. But as for my army, we're even more bigger than the Qvengers and other armies as well. And same with the Devils, taken over Stillwater. Their army has expanded as well. So at some point in next year, as I did say, the Qvengers and the Devils have discussed on their plan on taking over the next city or island, whatever. And I hear it's going to be a bigger island as well, like bigger than San Andreas and Liberty City. So that will pretty be interesting. But anyways, that's all the intelligence I've got for you folks. So I will see you all next time. Max Plume of the Marcus Hunt, out.